Welcome back to Sakura Beach 2. Let's just not mention what we were talking about off camera.
No. You're better off not knowing.
So quickly. I think I've grown up a little bit these last few months, although I'm still not used to this new life of mine. With Nene in the mix, it seems like things are going to be even more complicated than before. She said that if she could, she'd follow me to...
Just make it uncomplicated and lose the first two bitches.
Exactly. She said that if she could, she'd follow me to my school. In that event, she convinced her parents to let her transfer. What? Oh, in the event she convinced her parents to transfer. What would life be like then? I can just picture it now. Hey, this new transfer student is cute. Why did you decide to transfer to our school? Do you have a boyfriend? And she would just answer innocently, I came here because Seiji is here.
I came here because Seiji's here.
Something along those lines. Even thinking about it is enough to send chills down my spine. If they weren't going to murder me before all this, then I'm sure they will, if that happened. Enough about that, I think. It's been a long day for me. A little bit of sleep might just be what I feel a presence in the room, but there's no one else here. I didn't hear the door open or anything. So, obviously, it's my imagination. Wait, what's this pressing up against me? It's soft and warm? Maybe I should look. Well, I think I'd better have a look. I turn on my side to see what's there. To my horror, I see someone looking back at me.
Hi, Seiji.
She huddles up closer to me. What? Her shirt, it's soaked through from the... Oh yeah, it is. See a little bit of bra or something underneath. And I can see her... What are you... She puts a finger on my lip.
Shush. No one knows I'm in here.
That's not the problem. Nene seems taken aback.
Well, I'll leave if you want me to.
I didn't say leave. Just explain yourself.
I just wanted to spend more time closer to you, Seiji. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
With the way she's looking at me. I guess not, but...
But...
When a guy and a girl sleeps in the same bed, it's kind of... What's the right word for this? It's intimate. Really intimate.
I didn't know. But you said I could stay. I want to get closer to you before you leave, Seiji. So even if I'm not able to see you again, I'll at least carry this bond in my heart.
Aw, she's so cute. When did she get this cute? My heart skipped a beat just then.
So...
With no regard for my personal space, she creeps up even closer to me. Leaning over, she plants a kiss on my cheek. I can feel my face going into meltdown. She lets out a little giggle when she sees how red I am.
That means you're embarrassed, doesn't it? Momoko told me all about your odd little habits.
She did?
Yep, Seiji's very bashful, I know that much. She said a little kiss will make your heart flutter.
This is bad. Now Nene knows how to pluck at my heartstrings.
I get scared, you know. What worried me was if you were just being nice to me out of pity.
Why would I do that?
I know I'm not normal. I'm reminded of that every time I sneak out of my home. So, when I finally made a friend, I really didn't want them to just look down on me.
This girl, she's a lot more aware of her oddness than I thought. I can practically feel her pain as she speaks.
So, I'm just so happy that Seiji doesn't judge me.
How could I judge you? You are who you are because of the circumstances you've faced. To blame you or pity you for that just isn't right at all. Happily, she grins at me.
That's why they love you, you know?
What do you mean by that?
Momoko and Ayumi. They love that sweet, accepting personality of yours.
She lets out a giggle and rests her head on my chest.
Seiji puts up with so much bullshit.
I feel like I'm gonna faint. You don't have to get so close.
It's fine, isn't it?
No, it's not fine. If either of them finds us in this room... pillows. It's going to be pillows. I just know it. If that were to happen, we would both be destroyed. But if I leave this room, or ask her to leave the room, I'll hurt her feelings. Why must love be so difficult? Nene lets out a loud yawn.
I'm sleepy, Seiji.
She slowly closes her eyes, still resting her head on my chest.
You're a very comfortable pillow, Seiji.
No, I have to think of a solution now. If she falls asleep here, it's over. I won't be able to move without waking her up, which means I'll be caught here for sure. Think.
Your heartbeat's going really fast, Seiji.
She's picking up on my panic. Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay. Good night, Seiji.
Good night. It's the only response I'm able to muster.
Your heartbeat's still really fast. Will you be able to sleep?
I'm sure I will be able to.
I can't sleep if Seiji can't sleep.
Opening her eyes, she fixes her gaze on me.
What are you thinking about, Seiji?
What do you mean?
You didn't notice me when I sneaked into your room. Looked like you were thinking about something.
What makes you think that?
I know what happens to me when I'm out looking at the stars. You had that same look on your face. So what's on Seiji's mind?
Just things, Nene. Things I probably shouldn't be thinking about.
Like what?
It's complicated.
Well, I can't sleep. So we have plenty of time to talk about it, don't we?
Well, why not? I basically give her the short version of everything that's happened until now. She pays attention the whole time, completely absorbed in the story of my life. And so, despite how I felt about my mother, I realized it wasn't fair not to hear her side of the story. After the trip, she'll be visiting us again.
That's so nice, Seiji.
Sitting up, she smiles brightly.
I think that the rift between people is never too far. If they're good people, then they'll come back together soon enough.
I guess so. For a moment, she just turns away from me.
Oh, I leaked in the middle of that last line. Gross. Do you think that I could do that with my parents?
Your parents?
Yeah. They're always so busy and they never have time for me. I want to do my best to overcome that. Do you think it's possible?
Well, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't really know the circumstances.
So it's not possible then?
What? She huddles up on the bed, wrapping her arms around her knees.
I know that I don't know much, Seiji. But even if it's not possible, I want to try anyway.
That isn't what I'm saying. She's gotten the wrong idea completely. I'm sure that if you try, then your parents will respond to you accordingly. There's no way that they could ignore their daughter. That seems to reassure her.
Right. Anything can happen, right?
That's right. I'm sure if you try, they'll notice you. She lies back down, smiling to herself.
Yep. I feel better now.
She happily hums to herself.
Everything's gonna work out just fine.
She buries her head into my chest.
Your heartbeat's still fast, Seiji. But I could fall asleep listening to it.
Quietly, she closes her eyes and drifts away. This will be the longest night of my life. Fortunately, neither of them discovered us, and the next day came without much fanfare. Nene seems unhappy about something, though. So wait a minute, But she stayed the night, but the girls didn't notice she was gone. Like, where did they think Nene would go and sleep?
They probably passed the fuck out, and then,
So they just figured Nene either crashed on the couch or slept with them and didn't...
She
Or was so
probably went
quiet.
back to their room before they were even awake. Remember, they both sleep like fucking logs.
Oh, yeah, that's true. What's up, Nene?
Well, you said you were staying for 2 weeks, right?
What about that?
How much time has passed?
Now that I think about it...
This is our last day at the beach, isn't it? Well, your last day.
Oh, right. I just remember that this is the last day I'll be here.
What are you looking so down for, Nene? We'll just make the most of this day. Don't you think? She's right. You're being ridiculous right now. We have to leave if that's something we can't change. So we simply have to make the most of this time as we can. Yeah, you're right. So what are we standing here for? Please help me make many memories. Then let's not waste any time!
Momoko drags Nene off into the ocean.
Take this! God,
I can't
Nene's so precious.
get over the red shinies on butts and boobs and faces.
Radiation
it's so
burns.
weird.
And what's up with the ones on their elbows?
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice those.
Like, do y'all not scrub?
Momoko splashes Nene in the face. The sea spray sparkles in the sunlight.
Don't think you'll be able to defeat me that easily.
Nene responds with a splash back. Soon it becomes a fearsome battle, both of them launching deadly waves at each other.
I've been practicing for this my entire life. No one can defeat me.
Momoko is slowly driven back by her barrage, but she's laughing the entire time. She makes a comeback, though, bearing the brunt of Nene's assault. Nene looks happy, even though she knows that we won't be staying for much longer. Like we told her, we need to make the most out of what time we have. It's silly to just stand around thinking when happy times are going to end. After all, we haven't even been here this long. But I think it's done a world of good for Nene. Momoko and Ayumi have taught her more common sense than I ever could have. She's settled in just fine among us. To my shock, she gives up her water barrage and dives for Momoko's chest.
Hey, you're not allowed to do that in a water fight. I'm not?
Nene still hasn't learned to keep her hands to herself.
But your bust looks so soft.
Oh, Christ, Nene.
Only Seiji's allowed to touch it.
What was that comment?
Ayumi?
Oh, yeah, what about Ayumi? What was that comment?
No fair. Everyone's supposed to share in this agreement. We all share Seiji, not each other.
Even though Momoko is scolding her, both of them are still laughing.
Don't think I've given up on your bust just yet. It'll be mine one day.
That's weird.
Oh, mine. Good luck. You'll have to try really hard to catch me.
Their mock battle continues. Although I'm not really sure how they're supposed to win this game. However, I think both of them, they both look really cute. I keep thinking that more and more often lately. Maybe Momoko's constant efforts are finally starting to break through my shyness. But I can't let myself get as shameless as she is. Momoko dives beneath the waves, not emerging for a few seconds. She emerges behind Nene and grabs her fruit from behind.
I haven't had a feel of these yet. They're nice and firm. Hey, no fair.
Oh my god.
This isn't in the rules. I'm making a new set of rules. Feel my wrath.
Groping for all. I can't help but bury my face into my palm at this scene. She just can't keep her hands to herself. Ayumi can't help but smile at the scene.
Perhaps she's not so bad. Of course, you could only be a bad influence on her, Seiji.
I am not a pervert. Hashtag not a pervert.
Those ideas came from somewhere.
She told me that there's this section in the library she's not supposed to visit. That's where she gets all these strange ideas from.
I'm sure that wasn't the case at all.
I fall to my knees and look up at the sky.
Please,
What?
Lord, save me from this stupid bitch!
That too. But why does no one ever believe me when I'm telling the truth?
So you're saying that when I do believe you, you're lying?
What? It's not like that.
That's what you were implying.
Every time she finds a way to make me look so bad. My fragile ego can't take much more of this. Nene wanders over at that moment.
What's with Seiji huddling up into a ball like that? It's like he's shrinking or something.
Maybe I drank something and I am shrinking. What? I'll be able to fall inside a rabbit hole and disappear then.
Hey, don't get depressed.
Is someone speaking to me? I can't tell. I'm too busy trying to disappear.
This isn't funny, Seiji.
Ayumi looks legitimately panicked. I know. This isn't funny. My ego is as fragile as glass, so the best thing is to put it somewhere where it won't... A sudden impact breaks me out of my daze.
Aww, all Seiji needs is a hug.
And a grade 7 concussion. Momoko lies right on top of me, pinning me down on the sand. She snuggles me. Whoa, that was a weird delivery. I'm keeping it. She snuggles me, rubbing her... Get off! Do you know how indecent this must look?
I'm planking.
I know that this is very deliberate, but...
Woo.
Whoa, I thought the storm was over.
Thunder.
But her intention wasn't to make me look like a pervert.
How can I just sit by while Seiji looks so sad, though? I just want to pick him up and cuddle him.
I'm not a small fluffy animal for you to fawn over.
Of course not. You're even better than that. You're my adorable Seiji.
I feel someone grab me from behind and drag me out from under her.
Every time. This was on purpose, wasn't it?
Ah! Stop alarming me?
Blaming.
Oh my god, I really need to use the main TV rather than this. Anyway, stop blaming me!
So this is normal, right? Yep, it's normal. This is Seiji's everyday life.
Oh god. We're gonna make him suffer through at least one more, because that's the end of this episode, and...
Okay,
I'm a
calm
little
your shit.
afraid that we're going to lose power again. Thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for another episode.
Quick, end it and save!